What do the prophet Jeremiah, Donald Sterling, the owner of the Clippers, Michael Sam, the homosexual NFL player, Derek Ward, Don Jones of the Miami Dolphins, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, what do they all have in common? Well, I'm going to hopefully weave a tapestry together for you today that puts not just these people in focus, but you and me. How we respond, what we are doing as individuals, as our nation continues its slow and steady descent into hell. For those of you who have small children, I want to let you know that this will certainly not be a child-friendly program. So if you want to tape this, if you're watching at home, watch it later. If you're watching online, scoot the children out of the room. I have small children, and I wouldn't want them to see this program today. But we have to talk, and we have to talk frankly, and we have to talk honestly. Donald Sterling, the 80-year-old racist who is the current owner of the Clippers as they try and force him to sell the franchise, he is a degenerate. All right? He's a very wealthy degenerate. He's an immoral man. He's an unethical man. He's clearly a racist. Okay? I don't like him at all. But his comments, as repugnant as they were, are not, I repeat, not what I want to focus on today. And by the way, for you folks from the Center for Southern Poverty, the Law Study, and People for the American Way, and Jezebel, and all the rest of you ethically misguided, morally degenerate people, for those of you who don't know, I have 2 black children. One of them has left this life in a horrible head-on collision. My daughter is alive. She has children of her own. And I adopted and raised 2 children of African American descent and know the difficulties of a blended family and have felt the glares of people who don't think that it's appropriate. I don't care. There's only one race. It's the human race. All of us come from Adam and Eve. We all have the same blood flowing in our veins, and we have the same blood of the Son of God who died for us. All right? But I want to focus for a minute on a bigger picture regarding Donald Sterling, the DeVos family, the people who started Amway, who are multi-billionaires who own the Orlando Magic. I want to focus on Ruth Bader Ginsburg and hopefully tie them all together for you in such a way that shows what is at stake and what your duty is and my duty is in this exact moment of time. Okay? If you are in a quarrel with somebody in your house, a family member, a neighbor, over what should be for dinner, or whether or not it's good to eat certain foods because of how they affect your body, or where a picture should be on the wall, and there's a fire in the basement that is going to consume your home and consume you, and you dismiss that and focus on these other ancillary things, if you do that, if I do that, then we play the fool. And our moral compass, our discernment is completely messed up. And that's what I want to use this show for today, to bring focus. So, Donald Sterling is a slob, okay? He really is. But he was hanging out with what media people call a trollopy woman, 29-year-old, someone 51 years old younger than him, who illegally taped his conversation, a private conversation where his idiocy was just rolling out of his mouth. The evidence is probably not admissible in a court of law, right? But in the court of public opinion, they want this man destroyed. They want him destroyed. So let's start with square one. Are you willing to live without protest in a world where your private conversations can be recorded with any number of our godless devices, as I call them, are you willing to live in constant fear, not just of the NSA spying on you, but anybody, and then taking a private conversation that you have in, maybe you were drinking, maybe you were joking, maybe you were angry, maybe you were set up like Sterling was clearly set up. Are you and I willing to live in that world without protest, without saying, no, what Sterling said was despicable, but it is also despicable what this woman did, and it's despicable that the media made a heyday out of it, and it's despicable that the NBA has tried to destroy this man. There is a level of vile hypocrisy here, misogynist hypocrisy, murderous hypocrisy that is literally despicable and disgusting in the eyes of heaven, and perhaps comedic in the eyes of hell. I'll tell you about it in the next segment, but I'll just say 2 words to set the table for you. You ready? Planned Parenthood.